Good morning, people. This is Trader Pusa again. The subject of this video will be the installation of the Lazy Larry package that contains the Money Management Expert Advisor. So in a brief moment of madness, I will assume you know how to download a zip file and install it and copy it to your desired directory. So then we're going to unzip this file if my mouse allows me to. Going to put it in a separate directory and then show the files. So here we have the contents of the package. I'm not going to go in detail, that's in the user manual, and here you find the installation and settings. So let's open this file because this will be the starting point. Okay, so here we go. Then we scroll down to installation instructions. So we did step 1. We have unzipped our Lazy Larry, and then we are going to put the files in the proper MT4 directories. So for that we will open the broker. As you see, it's clean. Let's open an H1 chart, and then you go here, File, Open Data folder. And in Open Data folder, the first thing you see is templates. So we go to templates. You have a number of predefined templates here. Then we go back to our unpacked directory and you search here for the TPL file. So you're going to copy that, right click your mouse, copy, go back to templates and you paste. So the Larry template is in the proper directory. Then you go up one directory, you go to MQL4, and you see here the first one is the expert directory. Then you go back to your unzip directory, you search for the expert advisor, that is the LLMMEA R14 release 1. Again we copy, go back to experts, we paste, and then we go up one. Again search for indicators. Here you have a number of predefined MP4 indicators again. So then we go back and you select all the indicators, daily, weekly, monthly, EMA, news, round number, sessions, support, resistance. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 indicators. You copy and go back to indicators and you paste. So that was it. Now we are ready to rock and roll, but let's not go so fast. I can close this. We are done with that. So now let's go back to the user manual. The next thing you see are the MT4 settings. Now these are rather important that you follow these steps, because either you will come back to me saying it doesn't work or my PC is frozen. So what are the proper MT4 settings? For that you go to Tools, Options, and we go to Expert Advisors. That's step 1, and you click Allow Automated Trading, Allow DLL Imports, and Web Requests. Especially these last two ones, they are used by the news indicator because it needs to go to Forex Factory and download the news file, which is then processed and put on your chart. So we go back, Tools, options, expert advisor. Like I say, allow automated trading so the expert advisor can open the grid for you. Allow DLL imports, so the news indicator can call a web request and then allow the web request. You don't need to fill anything else. Once you allow it, you click OK. Next step, trade here. This you say allow one-click trading. That is if you want to add some manual trading or whatever. So the same options, trade, one-click trading. You have to accept terms and conditions and you click OK and OK. Next step. Here we go to charts. So this relates to the number of bars, options, charts. Show trade levels, open, high, low, close, and then max bars in history. So I believe nowadays it used to be 64,000. Nowadays it's up to 264,000 bars in history, which is something I always wanted because I wanted to correlate the price of euro, which was created in 1995, to the price of rice 256,000 bars ago, which puts me around the time Caligula was running Rome as the emperor, and I badly needed that correlation to determine I'm going to take a short or a long on my euro today that was created 20 years ago. So if you want to freeze up your MT4 or slow down everything, you select 256,000 bars. If you want something that responds quickly, you select 5,000 bars, for example. That is more than enough to keep your MT4 running nicely, and you can have multiple charts without any problem. If you still have problems, well, that probably means you have an i3 processor, and I guess your favorite website Pornhub will also be buffering the videos. So that is completely unrelated to the Lazy Larry indicators or expert advisor. Okay, it's not completely necessary, but let's restart it. So here we go, we restart it, so we are sure that the settings are correct. So now we come to the next item, which is the chart itself. As you remember, we copied the template, so we go look for the template. You will try to find this button here, and well, we are in luck today. Indeed, the template is there. So you launch the thing and you will see it's nice and smooth. Everything is on the screen. This should be automatically to the right hand side, but we will come to the settings a bit later. So here you have it. We have all the indicators. You got news number 1, EMA number 2, support resistance number 3. Then you got the round number is number 4. You got the daily, weekly, monthly, which is number 5, and here you see the sessions. This is for to indicate for me the London Open and New York Open, and that's the complete overview actually of the template of Lazy Larry. Then also included is the trade panel. So now let's walk through these indicators. Yes, I should tell to you, if it's successful, you will see here this is the indication that the indicators are loaded, and this tells you that the expert advisor is loaded. Maybe to remember you can only put one expert advisor per chart, but you can have multiple charts of the same currency, and you can add any expert advisor you want on those. So if you got other expert advisors, you can still run them, but on another chart. So now we continue here in our user manual, and it seems I'm starting here with a setting for the expert advisor. So let's do that. You right click, expert advisor properties, and here in the common you say allow live trading and alerts and DLL import and import of external experts. Allow live trading. Again, the expert advisor needs to be able to open your grid. So we've covered that. Now a quick run of the most important settings in the indicators. So number one, you right click indicator list, you go to settings, double click, go to the inputs. So here you have the session names. I believe it can be up to 5, so whatever you call them, that's up to you. You just separate them by a forward slash. Some here they want to put the opening of Wall Street, for example, because that's 90 minutes after New York open and whatever. I just keep it to London and New York when Asia opens. I am also not very interested in that because that's when I wake up daily. So for every session you put in a start and finish time. You just play with it until it fits your local time. You can also have a session ending. It might be interesting to indicate when London closes during the New York session. Again, you just have to add some hours to it. I only select the show open. I'm not so much interested in when it closes. And this is just the type of line and color. So okay, here you have those lines. That's it for the settings. Then the news indicator is the second one. So double click, inputs. You can move it around if you're not happy with that location. Just put in some X and Y values so it starts up every time where you want. If you save the template, of course. So if I put in here, let's do 200 for example. Then show news true. If you set false, okay, this will be hidden. And then chart time offset, that's the only parameter you need to pay a little bit attention to, because that is for the daylight savings time. The indicator will know automatically what's your GMT time, but it will not know whether that is daylight savings time or not. So the options here are 1 or 0. So I don't have any daylight savings time, so it's always 0 to me. This one is not important. That's every hour it goes to Forex Factory to download a fresh calendar, so we're up to date should some events be added. And the rest is your alerts and your colors. So okay, remember we put here this one to 200. Let's see. So your panel moves here. Unfortunately, it looks like I still need to do some updates on this one. So if you close that one, so and then you save your templates, we choose the same one, yes, and you go to a new chart. Euro USD. Load the template. You will see it's here, and unfortunately this is also here again. I will update that. So those are the joys of doing a video. Okay, so let's go back to the sessions, indicator lists, sessions, resets, no, news, reset, okay, so at least we covered that. Then back to our user manual, the support resistance indicator, so back to the chart, SR, show SR, yes or no, up to you. This is about the colors. The bars are 5,000 because we limited to 5,000. The levels where it actually goes to search for support resistance is 1,000 bars, more than enough. This is the gap in pips, no, in pipettes, from a higher high to a potential level. So here we allow 10 pipettes or 1 pip, and then the fractal bars on each side is minimum 5 bars before it considers it a higher high or lower low. So these are a bit the important settings for that one. And we just keep on grinding, and now we're at the round number indicator. Used to be big round number, so I will adjust that also in the manual. Kind of a good review for me to do this video. So here the round number, you just say the main levels. You see here the main level 1.15, and then the sub level every 250. So here you see the dotted line to 5500 and so on. And then you choose you want a dot or a solid one, etc. Then this could also be a cause for your computer bit going slow. If you say I want to update every millisecond, God knows why, you can do that, but then this indicator will be updated every millisecond. I should actually remove this option and just put it to every 500 milliseconds or even 1 second. And then we covered all. There's nothing to do in the moving averages. You say I want the middle one or not, and you can select the color, of course, the daily, weekly, monthly, the same. It's just about colors and the alerts that you want for it. Again, update how many milliseconds, and that covers it all. So once you've changed, I've shown you, once you changed everything, so that is also for these settings here. So let me not digress and follow the user manual before I talk myself into trouble. So then we go to the EA settings as the final and last one, expert advisor properties. So we covered the common already. Then we go to inputs, and let's see what we have here. So the range days is to see how many days it looks back to see what the ADR is, the average daily range. This one is related to that. If you have a broker like I have some that have a short session on Sunday, for me it's Monday morning, but that's the Asia session when New York closes on Friday. Asia opens, well, Asia, it's actually Auckland in New Zealand that opens on Monday morning, but for the broker time it is like yesterday, the day before, so they have a short session from Auckland open to broker open, and if you include that in your daily range, it distorts the numbers that you get, because of course that range is very small compared to the normal daily range. So if you put it to true, then I just filter it out. This one is a factor for crypto or index, because you know they don't follow the rules on digits and point. Without going into detail, you have to see on your specific broker what those rules are, and you will modify that to 10, 100 or even 1000 for crypto. Standard forex is 1. Here we have the same to make sure, and I know this works, I don't need to adjust something. So if you have a different screen size, you see it will move without leaving anything behind, because that one I coded already. And then yeah, of course you can have any font you want here. You go on your computer to Microsoft/fonts, and any true type font, you just type in correctly the name and it will take over. Then something which is useful if you have a bigger or smaller screen, I put here in the manual. I had somebody complain, hey, I have a 4K screen and your beautiful expert advisor looks like this. I told him, say, stop crying, I have a solution for you. You can adjust the panel height and the panel width, and also the font size, for example, and you just play with that stuff until it suits your screen. So this one was double height, double width, and the font size was reduced to 8. Okay. And then yeah, we can press our friend here. If he's not happy enough for you, you can make him a bit more happy. And then of course the last thing you do is save the template. You replace it, and then when you have a new chart, it will apply those settings that you just requested. So you see everything loads very fast. And this concludes our installation video. Not too much work, I think. A bit of settings in MT4, a bit of copy paste to your broker, the MT4 directories, and then a bit of settings on the indicators and expert advisors. So I'm concluding this video here, and I wish you all a successful installation. See you next time.